The House passed its $1.9 trillion stimulus pandemic relief bill early Saturday morning in a 219 to 212 vote. The stimulus bill is now heading over to the U.S. Senate, and the stimulus package represents the first major legislative initiative for President Joe Biden. So here's where we stand, guys. Democrats in both chambers want to have the legislation passed and to President Joe Biden's desk before March 14th. They want to have it there before March 14th because this is when many unemployment benefits expire. Now that the bill has passed the U.S. House of Representatives, senators can start considering the pandemic assistance plan this upcoming week. In the Senate, lawmakers will offer amendments, and the Senate will most likely pass a different version of the House bill. If the Senate passes their own version of the bill, this means that the House would have to pass the Senate's plan, or both chambers would have to craft a final proposal in a conference committee. So Democrats who hold narrow majorities in the House and Senate opted to approve the legislation alone through a process called budget reconciliation, rather than hammer out a smaller aid package with Republicans. Budget reconciliation process enables the bill to pass with a simple majority in the Senate instead of the usual 60 votes that are needed. Assuming that all Democrats vote to support the Senate bill and all Republicans vote against it, Vice President Kamala Harris would cast the tie-breaking vote, giving Democrats the majority. Alright, Joe-it-alls, here's what's in the House stimulus bill being sent to the Senate. First and foremost, it does include payments of $1,400 to most individuals, along with the same amount for each dependent. Checks start to phase out at $75,000 in income and go to zero for individuals making above $100,000. The bill also includes $400 per week in unemployment supplemental insurance through August 29th of this year, along with the extension of programs making millions of people eligible for jobless benefits. It also includes an expansion of the child tax credit to give families up to $3,600 per child over a year, $20 billion for COVID vaccine distribution, and $50 billion for testing and tracing effort. The bill also includes $350 billion in state, local, and government aid, $25 billion for assistance in covering rent payment, $170 billion for K-12 schools and higher education institutions to cover reopening costs and aid to students. There's also a controversial $15 per hour federal minimum wage, which the Senate parliamentarian not allow in the reconciliation bill. Alright, so based on how negotiations have gone so far, the Democrats are likely to pass the plan on its own, as many Republicans have questioned the need for another massive spending package. Now, the biggest open question is how Democrats will handle their push for a $15 per hour minimum wage after the Senate parliamentarian ruled it cannot be included in their budget reconciliation bill. Now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said this past Friday that she believes the House will absolutely pass the relief bill if it does come back from the Senate without a minimum wage increase in it. She told reporters that Democrats will try to pass the pay increase through a separate plan if needed. Nancy Pelosi stated, "We will not rest until we pass the $15 minimum wage." Let's take a look at what she had to say.
It is therefore inevitable to all of us that the $15 minimum wage will be achieved. Even if it is inconceivable to some, it is inevitable to us, and we will work diligently to shorten the distance between the inevitable and the inconceivable. The $7.25 minimum wage that exists now is in many instances, an exploitation of the American worker. And it is a cost to taxpayers because the minimum wage workers need food and housing assistance, and many are on Medicaid. This is corporate welfare. This is a subsidy for business to pay a low wage. We want to work to be respected. We respect the dignity of work. We will seek a solution consistent with Senate rules, and we will do so soon.
Alright guys, so one of the things Nancy Pelosi brings up in favor of the higher minimum wage is that by not paying workers a livable wage, we are essentially providing corporate welfare, which costs taxpayers. Companies, by not paying enough, leads to many of these low-wage Americans to need additional housing and food assistance. What are your thoughts about raising the minimum wage? Leave your feedback below. If you found value in this video, please be sure to tap that like button and share it with others on social media. It goes a very long way in helping to support and grow the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell as I'm posting valuable new content multiple times a week. Thanks again for watching, and until next time.